Every time I vibe code, I'm so exhausted of having all of my designs look the same. Everyone has this problem when you're basically coding with AI and your designs just pretty much look all flat. And today I have an amazing guest with me who's been absolutely cooking with AI, and her name is Safinaz. And what's really special about her is that she made this post here on X, and this went actually viral. It actually garnered 79,000 views, 95 retweets, as you see there, 925 likes. And what she did is that she used V0 to design a really amazing landing page. Not only a landing page, but the full blown app that actually talks with the Nano Banana, the Vercel AI gateway, which is an amazing thing I haven't heard of until like recently in her post. And we'll have to talk more about that. 21st dev for the design, using some stuff with Sora, and just blown away. And this app I'm going to show you right here, right now. It's like when I'm scrolling with my mouse. Yes, this is me scrolling with my mouse up and down. This is the design from V0. Like straight up, look at these little cards and everything. You can try on, you drag the two pieces of clothing together, and it even has this video that's responsive with my mouse as I'm hovering over it. Like, who does this type of design? And so I want to tell you something that's really interesting, and what you're going to probably learn today that really blew my mind. And I want to take you through this journey. Is like, if you stay to the very end, we're going to walk you through the techniques that she used to make this app using V0, what design resources she used, what is this Vercel AI gateway, and how that can actually help you with your apps, so you don't have to have these different API keys for all these different providers, bringing them into one type of system. And what's really amazing is that Safinaz doesn't even have like an engineering degree for writing software day to day. And so her day job is an industrial engineer. And so she's able to take this, and I met her in San Francisco at the V0 meetup. And I am beyond excited to have you in this episode, Safinaz. Thank you so much for appearing here and blessing us with all of your amazingness that you're about to unpack for everyone.
No, thank you so much. I'm honestly like when you texted me, I was so excited to show everyone how I did it. I got, the first time I posted the preview of the video, I got a bunch of DMs and people asking me, "How do you do this? How do you do this?" And then I put it all in one video, and I guess people like that, so that was good.
Yeah, this is absolutely fire. I mean, like, look at this, like the way that you're able to get these different designs. And for those who are watching, I have the post linked on from X. It's actually in the YouTube description. So if you pop on over to YouTube, the description will have some of the links right now for you to go check out this post and have you check out the app as well, and some of those resources that we used. And so I'm really excited to have you on today because yeah, we're going to kind of get into the nitty gritty of these little prompts that you used, kind of show us your like V0 chat as far as like walking us through that, because a lot of times I only see the final result and I really want to dig through the chat and I want to ask you some more questions. And because this is a live stream, ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity to ask us some questions. So make sure you drop them into the links below. And I want to shout out Tech Friend, who's currently actually watching right now. He's listening live. Hello, how's it going, Tech Friend? We also have J35 in the building. I remember seeing on X, would you be really interesting how to know the 21st dev was used? And so, yeah, we're going to get into some of these details. And I'm so excited to cook, and so happy that all my other members are showing up and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and start digging in without further ado, right? So if you want to get your screen share up, and then we're going to go ahead and kind of pop that on the screen, and we can kind of show people how we're doing this thing here. So this is your site. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is what I built. Basically, you upload an image of yourself, and then if if I find my image here, you upload a picture of yourself and a picture of your outfit, and then it puts both of them together. So honestly, while building it, it did take a little bit of trial and error to get it to work, and then I was so happy to finally perfect the prompt to get it to work every time. If the demo gods are with me today, let's see.
Yeah. Right. Oh, so this is actually the deployed app on Vercel, right?
Yes, it is. Okay, let's choose this Dolce & Gabbana dress. And honestly, this is a true dress that I've been wanting to try. Um, so I'm glad AI is there right now where I can virtually try it on.
So I want to talk to people
Figure crop.
because in the video you mentioned something very unique. And this is something that I have not only seen advanced prompt engineers do, which is like most people right now using Nano Banana are just putting the two images together and they're hoping and praying. And in my experience, I have not had good luck. You know, sometimes they'll put the dress somewhere else or the objects will be somewhere else. And so, can you walk us through the prompt engineering that you did here just to get this extremely reliable?
Yeah.
Because that in and of itself is such a gem. And I kind of want to, you know, get the inside sauce here.
100%. So honestly, this was someone asked me on X, like, what was the thing that took the biggest time? It wasn't the UI, it wasn't the API connection, it was actually the prompt. Because
Mm,
the first time I did it and I put a simple prompt in there and I was like, I just want to have two pictures, one of me and one of my outfit, and put it both together. And I don't know if this was beginner's luck or not, but it worked. And I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. I just built this entire website in 10 minutes. And
that's
then I try it
great.
again and it doesn't work. And I'm like, no, 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 let me refresh. I try it again, again, and again. It doesn't work. And it was like 30% chance it would work every time. And I'm like, this is not it.
Ooh, right.
So the first thing that I did was to actually, so this was my initial prompt. And I know we're still vibe coding and I hate to show the code, but this is kind of how I walked through it is I wanted to make sure that I'm actually connected to Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
If any, when people vibe code, unfortunately, LLMs hallucinate all the time.
Mm,
And sometimes they do tend to lie to you. Like it would
got it.
tell you you're connected to Gemini 2.5, and you look at the code and it's connected to something completely different. And that
Wow.
happened to me so many times. And that's
Interesting.
when I learned that I really have to look at my route.ts file.
Mm,
So once I found out that it wasn't lying and it was actually connected, I was like, okay, let me see what is the next thing. So something that I didn't actually show in the video
mm-hmm.
was I went to, so let me show it to you here. Google. Can you see my other screen, right?
I'm seeing the
Google.
one where you're typing in Google, whatever. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Google build AI Studio.
Maybe make the font a little bit bigger. Do the command
Yeah,
plus. Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Like one or two steps. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Is this
Perfect.
good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So I was like, let me actually try it in Nano Banana to
Mm-hmm.
see that is this a connection problem? Is this a
Mm,
prompting issue? And
okay.
when I put both images in the playground,
Yeah.
it wasn't generating it. And that's when I knew, okay, this is actually a prompting issue. I need to make my prompt better. So I went through a couple of steps to try to make this prompt better. I added, first of all, I needed to say which picture is what. So I wanted to label
Oh.
because I all I did at the beginning was like, here's a picture of me and a picture of my outfit, and the
Right.
LLM was getting like Nano Banana was getting so confused, like which one is you, which one is your outfit, especially when both might have someone's head in it, you
I
know?
didn't think about that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I could
Wow.
be the model, I could be the model, I could be myself. Like I needed to identify what's what. So that was the first thing. Um, the second, oh my gosh, this part was the actual key to make everything work. Like maybe I want to test it one time without labeling the images and see if it works, but this second part was the key. When I had it actually let me try to zoom in here. I had it actually like go ahead and describe the outfit as a second layer of quality check, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, and then also, one thing I didn't show in the video, maybe this is the time when I tell you everything I didn't show in the
Please.
video.
Yeah. 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 Because so
Um,
how did you so in V0 or in the code,
yeah.
as soon as this object is inserted, you then tell it to describe it using this formatting or something or this
Yep.
structure?
Yep. This is just a JSON,
Yeah.
so it just describe it in a JSON format. So yeah, it would take the outfit because
Uh
I
huh.
already labeled it as the photo B, which is the outfit,
Uh huh.
and then it would describe the outfit, and then the final step is it would take my picture, my
Mm-hmm.
outfit, and my description. And that's the key to make it work every single time. Also,
Oh.
one thing I want
Oh.
to mention is I added a bunch of constraints. I was like, make sure that the face is the same, the pose is the same, the background is the same, just so because I
Oh.
didn't want to add like random objects.
Whoa. This is like a master class right now in prompting. So just to kind of flip it back, the
Yeah,
kind of like spinning it back a little bit, just so I kind of pick up what you're putting down, is that like whenever I'm vibe coding and doing the Nano Banana thing, um,
yeah,
you put the images in, it's pretty much going to be random. Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But like you said, the model can get confused. And so it sounds like you've discovered some type of steerability type of, things to say, if I find a structure for it that I can repeatedly use over and over again, it can actually produce the outcome like more times than not. And so you define this JSON schema or something, right? That says whenever you're uploading an image, it's going to run it through that schema and kind of self-describe itself, and then combine that
exactly.
together as like a multi-step process. Okay.
100%. And I don't want to take all the credit because ChatGPT was an active user in this project. So I actually took my entire. So this one is showing my first attempt,
Okay.
which
Make this a
wasn't
little bit
working.
bigger too. Yeah. So we can kind of see
Yeah,
some. Yeah. We want to see the sauce. All right. Cool. 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 Yeah.
yeah. This is the
Nice.
whole sauce. Yeah. So as you can see, like the constraints were kind of weak. The prompt was kind of general. Um,
Oh.
so I took my entire route.ts file. I put it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT and I were like brainstorming. Okay, what is going on here? This is not working.
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
and because a lot of people struggle with V0 or any other vibe coding tool as they run out of credits. So what
Uh
I
huh.
do is I usually like the thinking aspect of it instead of thinking with V0, which you can. I just think outside in ChatGPT, so I don't lose my all of my credits here in V0.
Oh, I see. I see. So you're saying that that gateway thing allows you to. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so I literally just like I copied my whole file, like route.ts file,
Hmm.
and I pasted that in ChatGPT, and I told it like, this is my route.ts file. This is what I want to do, which is what I showed you here in Excel draw.
Hmm.
I want to first get the outfit, make it like, describe it, and then put my photo, my outfit, and the description all together. And then ChatGPT was the one that actually cleaned up all of the code to add those extra constraints.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I pasted, maybe, I don't know, maybe someone has a better way of doing it, but it
No,
worked.
that's perfect. Yeah.
Um,
Wow. Okay. So that's really, really cool. I think that's really extremely resourceful to understand that, like, let me just give it my code file to ChatGPT, and then
exactly.
ChatGPT kind of can figure out what we're trying to do here. And it did. And it just says, let me. So you've turned ChatGPT into your senior engineer, and you had this burning problem and desire that you wanted to get this done. And what's kind of cool, it's like that you recognize, I think, what's what I think you're a pioneer in something that's like, I think vibe code was the first, like, hey, we can do this type of technique where we're using English to describe what we want. And I think you're taking it a step further, saying, okay, I'm an engineer, like, I like to tinker and stuff like that, but I'm not like a software engineer, but that's okay. I'm not taking on that label anyways. I just know from everyday life that I can, do stuff, right? And if this cup has a lid, I'm probably pretty sure I can make my own custom lids for my own cups, right? Like, you're just like, duh, right? Let me just talk to someone who's an expert in this type of design, and then like go see what their opinion is. And so you basically did that with ChatGPT. And you're like, here's the code. You're a guy. This is what I want to do. What do you think? And it's like, I mean, what is there to lose, right? You literally said, what is it? And absolutely cooked. And I'm still blown away. This is really cool. But I'm glad we're kind of breaking this down, because for those folks who are watching, while this is a live stream, at the end of the stream, we're going to have all the timestamps labeled out. So you can actually go back into this whole live stream and then kind of get to the specific sections. So right now we're basically at the very beginning, which is the prompting part. How do you get reliable outputs from Nano Banana? Because you're going to have your vibe coded app, and it may even look good, but having this repeatability is going to make customers come back and want to keep paying more money to stick with your app versus someone else's. Yeah.
100%. And maybe this is a limitation right now in Nano Banana. Maybe in 2 to 3 months, they're gonna recognize that this is a limitation and make it better. But for some reason, Ray, it does not do well when you provide it two images as an input, like an image and
Oh.
text. it does well, but 2 images, it needs more, you know. And I
Interesting.
tried that even before I had this app idea. It was just like me to make some pictures for myself and my family.
Yeah.
It would just work with 2 images, or it wouldn't work every time.
Wow. Yeah, like not as reliable and stuff. Huh.
Not as reliable. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, take us through some more here. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was so in the video, like what I say is what I think of vibe coding in general is I really try to think of it as building blocks, because me and everyone else, when we first discovered vibe coding, I was so excited and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so good. I'm going to one shot this. And it didn't happen. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm bad. I don't know. But I figured that when I break things down, it works way, way better. So I always like to start with the UI.
Mm,
Even if the UI is not working, at least I know where the buttons are. At least I know how to make it look pretty.
okay.
And then the next part is try to figure out how to make it work.
Got
So
it.
that's when I showed here 21 Dev. I
Yes.
love
I
21
want to
Dev.
learn more
Not
about 21 Dev because how do you get this like inspiration into
exactly.
V0 so that it doesn't look like, just that there's generic Shadcn
Yes.
templates that you usually get. Yeah.
Yep. And that's what a lot of people are complaining about, is like things smell like AI and people hate them. You know? Is and that's how you get away from that. There are so many apps like 21 Dev, but that's just what I like to use and it's familiar to me. So I honestly spend hours like looking here at different templates, different landing pages,
Wow.
um, and
Dang.
there's so many. And the best thing is, maybe someone in the chat has better technical term to describe it, but when you copy component,
Ooh.
like it's connected to V0, as in
Okay.
it copies it in the same language. Do you see here V0 copy component, copy prompt
Yes.
on the top right hand side?
Yeah.
So if I copy, like say for example, we love this one. So I copy
Yeah.
prompt
Wow.
and I'm gonna go to V0.
Let her cook. Let her cook. Let's go.
Build me a
I'm so
simple
hyped.
build me a simple website with this component. And then I'm
And then
gonna
she just
literally
pasted in that prompt that she got from 21st Dev.
yep.
And so that has everything in there and it's basically going through. By the way, it looks like V0 got a new update because it's doing this new multi-step thinking thing, which looks really great.
They're
Wow.
calling it agentic, yeah.
Oh,
And
they
it
call it.
really is agentic Vizier or something fancy like that, but
Oh,
it is pretty nice. Like it, and you know what else is really good? And I think that might be really helpful is V0 is pretty good at cloning.
okay.
So, for example, I like Netflix. I can,
Mm,
and that's one thing I did before is I literally gave V0 the Netflix URL, and I was like, I love Netflix. I want to copy Netflix's UI,
yeah.
and it cloned it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah,
Epic.
I mean, we can
Wow.
have another one cook here.
Yes, I know, right? Yeah. Wow. This is so
Mm,
cool. I love the comments that are streaming in. They're like, thank you. Yes. Nano Banana does have an image to image model. I think that's what you're using, right?
yes. Here I'm gonna show them the code again, and maybe if
Okay.
they can confirm.
Yeah.
Let me just copy the.
J35 loves your scrolling effect on your website.
Thank you, Jane.
That's epic.
So we're letting them both cook at the same time.
Wow, let's go.
Oh, I love vibe coding so much.
Yes. Yeah, this is amazing. It's funny
Yeah,
because this is not even your full-time job, you know what I mean? Like you have a real job and at the end like in your free time or whatever like right now, like I hit you up and it's like, "Yo, can we do this after your work or whatever?"
yeah. And you know what? Honestly, it's been a blessing because I work Eastern time. So I get done at
Wow.
around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and I'm like, let me go to a nice coffee. And people that live in San Francisco know that there are so many nice coffee shops here. I go
Oh,
to a coffee
that's
shop and start vibe
awesome.
coding. Oh, I
Sindel
love
says
it.
hello. That's my friend. Yes.
Hi, hola from Miami.
Oh, Miami, yo. Hola,
We
¿cómo
got our Miami
estás?
people there.
Vamos
I
a
love
hablar
that.
español. Let's go worldwide. Oh my
Look at
gosh.
that. Oh my God. We let it cook and it cooked.
It had
And
the
then
color and you didn't have to describe much. You just copy and paste it and say, I want a landing page. Your prompt. What was your
my
prompt?
prompt
It was super simple. Build me a simple website with this component. That's it.
and
Jeez, let's go.
you can even put both together. Like you can be like, build me a simple website that's focused on fashion or I don't know, manufacturing, and it
Right.
will start pulling in elements focused on that too. It's amazing. So like,
What?
and
This
this one,
is ridiculous.
and you
That's
know,
so fire.
it's crazy.
I said I'd love to hear her review other vibe coding platforms if she's tried others. Yeah, which
I
ones have
did.
you tried so far, and which ones would you like? You know,
Oh my God.
yeah. Which ones
I
haven't you
love
tried? I guess you could say.
I feel like if someone just like mentions a vibe coding app, I'm like, wait, let me try it. I've tried so many. Okay. So Lovable and Replit are both pretty nice, kind of similar to V0, but I don't know. I don't know what it was. They maybe I need to try them more, but they weren't as responsive, if that makes sense. Um yeah, I guess like I would put V0, Replit, Lovable all in the same category. The one that's super powerful but makes ugly websites, or I should find a more diplomatic way of saying that. The one that's the
This
one
is
that's
real and raw here. This is like we're not sponsored by anyone.
yeah,
This is your
exactly.
own opinion. You can say whatever you want. I mean, it's your own experience. You're not here putting anyone on a pedestal. No one's giving you a bag. Even
Exactly.
if they are, you just still tell the truth anyway.
Exactly.
So like,
No one's sponsoring me. Yeah, the one that's super powerful is Convex Chef. Like Convex Chef builds
oh,
the back end and the front end, and it's so powerful. But the UI, it needs more prompting and more effort to make it look good. So
got
Convex
it.
Chef. Um, there was another thing where I was trying to build a group chat with
Oh,
ChatGPT. So imagine like me, you, and Sindel. We're
yeah.
all in a group chat, and ChatGPT is one of the other members, and it's
Let's
like
go. That would be
so,
crazy. Yeah.
right, hopefully soon. I'm gonna get this one out soon. But imagine I tried the same prompt in Lovable, in V0, and in Convex Chef. And the only one that got it right, obviously I need to do a lot more cleanup on it, was
Yeah.
Convex Chef.
Ooh.
So yeah, Convex Chef, when it comes to the database, when it comes to authentication, it's just very, very powerful. But the
Damn.
UI, I'm a visual person,
Yep.
so
I feel
I don't want
you.
to spend too much. Like V0 just gets me, like I'm
V0
like,
that
oh, I
gets me.
want.
I mean, we saw that right now. We just saw that. Daniel Green says base 44 is great on the front end and back end. I don't know if you've tried base 44.
I haven't. Daniel, thank you for putting me on. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Base
I saw
44.
someone use base 44 in a hackathon and they actually cooked and they won. I think they won like third
Really?
place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's like base 44. Yeah, yeah. Um, and I think
Okay.
it's, yeah,
Right.
they do everything like as far as like all in one shot. That was the first time I heard of it. And you can make multiple apps and stuff like that. And they just make it super easy to get like a database and everything set up and spun up super fast. So, it just got acquired by Wix. Holy smokes. Alex Finn, Ray starting off the week with the cook for sure, man. This is absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Well, another one is like we were talking about Orchid. Is
Oh
pretty
yeah,
nice
Orchid.
too.
Mm.
The UI is very, very, very nice. Like if you want a simple app, good landing page, you want to make a nice website. So I'm helping my friend build her website right now,
Wow.
and it's Orchid can do that. If you want something a little bit more complex, then I think V0. If you want something super complex, then Convex Chef. That's how I like
Yeah.
rank it in my mind.
Dang.
Let me see how I can show you my projects.
Wow.
So this one didn't even need a lot of prompting. I just
Dang.
so this one it took like maybe I don't know 10 minutes, 15 minutes max to get something, and it doesn't, or in my opinion, doesn't like smell like AI when you see it right away.
Yeah.
So I like orchids too.
That's interesting.
Um, yeah, and this is the Netflix one, and it's like plug and play.
From V0, straight up.
Yeah. All I did was like make me a website that looks like, and then I put the Netflix like
Dang. And
URL.
so, like in the first like iteration, you basically went to 21st Dev. You went to go to a cool design that you want, and then from 21st Dev, you went to just say copy component, copy to V0. It gives you the prompt, and then you put that little pasting thing in, and then from there, once you do copy to V0, you can describe whatever you want. So basically, you're just already getting that element. So for example, if we wanted like a landing page for some community or something like that, you can then just tell it to do that. So this was the component that you got from 21st Dev, which is this amazing
Exactly.
3D render thing. And you're just taking it from there and just putting it right in. Like, oh, look at that
Exactly,
prison.
and it's literally like Lego because not only does 21 Dev give you like nice main components for a landing page, you can have like a little graph or like a little button or different cards. So you can keep on adding little components from 21 Dev to make a beautiful website. So I'm gonna show you like
Wow.
some of my saved ones. Oh man, I have to sign in.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
can punch. I
this
can
one,
punch out. You can go ahead and sign in, so that way your screen's not being exposed and stuff right now. So yeah, and I can just answer some of the comments. So El Agostino says, "With the Top Chef, we are cooking for sure." Has you tried to build anything with the no code tool? I think V0. I mean, it is code, but
here is a no code, yeah.
yeah, I mean, kind of no code. Yeah. Missed the
Yes.
beginning. How much does pre-planning does she do before starting the chat build session? I think I would let you speak for this, but just from observing you just right now, it sounds like you just, like you say, you like to start off with your buttons, the UI, the feel, the vibes, like
Yeah.
you, in essence, you're scrolling like almost like you're scrolling through Pinterest or scrolling different designs and getting inspired by, maybe 21st Dev. And you're like, oh, I like that. And then you have the idea as well. It's like, okay, I need to make a landing page for my friend. Let me see if I can just kind of pull this element in, right? Is that kind of what you're doing?
Exactly. Honestly, Ray, I'm not even gonna lie. It took me a while to figure out what my steps are. I don't think there's a right or wrong way of doing it. I am a very impatient person. So that's why at the beginning I was like, make me a website that does this, that does that, and poor V0 was like working overtime and getting confused.
Right.
And that's when I learned, like, let me slow it down a little bit and take it, high level and work my way into like the nitty gritty.
Mm.
So I think I don't know. I don't know why that works for me. Like having the bigger picture, like everything painted, and then actually making the buttons useful afterwards.
I see. I see. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So it's like starting out with these different things, and um, there's prescribed and not so prescribed and stuff. Yeah, I think you're logged in now. Should I punch back into the screen?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Let me do that.
absolutely.
Perfect. Oh wow. So these
So
are
like,
your bookmarks that you've bookmarked from 21st Dev that you like.
yeah.
Wow.
Like I
What
don't
is
even
this?
know. So let me. I don't know what's happening with
Oh,
my.
you can swipe it.
You can swipe.
Oh.
I don't know when I'm gonna use it, but I scroll a lot on 21 Dev in my free
Wait,
time.
I can make that into my current app because I have an app that basically is like a Tinder for GitHub pull requests.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, so like this is it. So the pull request will come in and it's currently swiping left and right, but I like this card interaction. It's much more, I had to prompt mines, but if I would have just copied and pasted this, it would have just saved me so much more time.
Saves so much, yeah, so much time, and you don't need to like describe your vision when you can just click copy prompt. And look at that, like V0 by Vercel or Lovable if you're using
Or
Lovable, like,
cursor,
or Cursor or Bolt, or I also tried Bolt. Bolt is pretty nice as well.
Claude Code. Let's
Yeah,
go. Oh
right.
my gosh. This is absolutely going to destroy. Oh, this
I,
is crazy.
let me show you another one that I
How come I
have.
haven't gone on this earlier? Well,
Honestly,
that's
it's
what's
my brother who got me on it. I'm not gonna take credit.
so that one. This
He's
is
the
immersive video experience. That's the scrolling hero that you saw that
yes,
basically took us into this app that you're now have built with.
exactly. Yeah, it's
That's
it's it's amazing.
ridiculous.
I want to show you this one. I know we already tried a few example, but I just want to show you like what would happen if I even give it a bit more information. So I'm gonna say, uh, build me a simple website using this component and make it, I don't know, fashion. Please, no one review my grammar.
Oh
Fashion
yeah.
editorial focused. Vizier doesn't judge my grammar, so please don't. Okay. And I don't know, it's absolutely crazy, right? Like you noticed right away that V0 had an update where
Hmm.
it's more agentic now and thinks for itself.
Yeah.
So when I tried this prompt before, it generated fashion images. So not only did it copy the 21 dev component,
Uh-huh.
it turned this into a whole fashion inspired website.
What? Serious? All
Yeah,
in one shot.
all in one shot. Like,
Jeez.
let me, yeah, it's gonna click.
Sorry, my eye. Like it was looking for one shot, my phone.
Yeah. Um, and then one thing I can also show people here is how to generate the videos, which I had in my website.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
right,
walk us through a little bit of the breakdown here. So as we saw, that scrolling component is kind of what we're seeing here, that first part from 21st Dev. But you have a
yeah,
video that's playing, and that's Sora.
I had a video and it's Sora. And I got this question a lot as to like, why do I keep on using Sora? To be honest, VO3 is way, way better, but it's so expensive.
Mm.
Runway is pretty nice, but it's also expensive. And I already pay for ChatGPT and everything. So I'm like, I might as well just use it. So if you go to Sora and
Wow.
you just describe your video here, I
Yeah.
actually use ChatGPT in order to make my prompt better and as
Wow.
descriptive as possible. You put it in here, and that's it.
That's it.
It
So
there's
ChatGPT will help
nothing.
you with the prompt in some ways of like what to kind of
Yeah,
generate.
yeah. It
Wow.
gives you like because I'm like I want a
Look at the
woman
coffee bean
dancing,
dress. That's cute.
right? Right? No, it's crazy.
Dude, this is
ChatGPT just
insane.
gives like more details in the prompt that I just don't have the energy to give right away.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Yeah, so for
These were
wow.
some of the iterations that I've
Yeah. So for those who are just tuning in right now, we are in for an extremely special treat. And this is the very beginning. We're watching Safina's pretty much give us a master class right now on how she's prompting these AI apps to generate stuff that's doesn't really look like it's, like an AI vibe coded app. So usually those come up super flat, very purple in design, not so exciting. And so one of the first resources that she dropped was, V0, just like that environment to code and not code, as like a low code environment. And then the second one that she dropped was like 21st.dev. It's 21st.dev. And so that's going to allow us to like scroll through different inspirations. And then there's a copy prompt button. Not only does it copy it to V0, ladies and gentlemen, I just learned that it copies over to Claude Code, it copies over to Lovable, it copies over to pretty much anywhere else out into the internet you want. And so the secret here is to take that along with whatever you want to build, whether it's a landing page for your reptile friends, a landing page for your, whatever it is, your community group. And then you paste in that prompt from 21st.dev. And that's the one that's actually going to combine together like some of that sauce. And so what's nice about V0 is that it pretty much does it all in one shot, all right there. And the other parts of it is then now how do you make the app look a lot better? Because maybe it'll have some placeholder images or different things like that. And so Safina's is now able to go to Sora and then, ask ChatGPT for those prompts to build it. And in the middle of things, the biggest insight here that I learned today from generating images, especially with Nano Banana, I didn't realize that you can do this, but with like you're saying with Nano Banana, you're basically showing us that JSON prompt. And
Yep.
so she used ChatGPT as her senior engineer because if you don't know, she's an industrial engineer by trade. So she doesn't really like write software. And in fact, her brother's been bugging her from at OpenAI is like, Safina's, you need to go write some code. You need to get into this coding thing. Cause like, I just got into OpenAI, like we're cooking over here. Like this is the future. And she's like, nah, but I'll just vibe code and stuff like that. And that's kind of how she got into this, which is even more crazy is the fact that like you can just describe things and then you can use ChatGPT and these other things to be like your senior engineer to kind of take it to the next level. Because whenever she would combine the dress with the other person, if you want to go ahead and bring that screen up, and then I can kind of show some of the people that,
This one here.
yeah, this dress, and then the one where it has the outline where you're kind of showing us the code in the, what's the name of that app? The eraser
Here,
or
this
whatever. This one. Yeah. So whenever she would combine these images, there was always some inconsistent, like it wouldn't always put on the dress or it would change the pose. And so the biggest breakthrough was using ChatGPT to kind of figure out how do we get this reliably working? And it came up with this concept of like outputting the stuff into JSON. And so that whenever the images are sent into Google, it's going to actually generate a description in JSON and then go through this multi-step process in the code itself. And so ChatGPT helped her rewrite the code for her execution of this. And so that way it would grab the dress and consistently put it on. And it seems to me, if you're working with Nano Banana, the secret here is to use JSON to describe the garments and these specific patterns so that you get this repeatability. And it seems to be the best way to steer the Nano Banana model right now if you're working with multiple images, which to me is probably the biggest breakthrough from the engineering standpoint. This may sound a little bit foreign if you're into vibe coding, but that's okay. I think it's really interesting that you yourself, who are like really into vibe coding, kind of started to break this down into smaller pieces. And so that you were able to kind of say, okay, let me just kind of think through this, because this is basic principles, right? Like there's element here, element here. There's an AI that can help me. Like let's smash these things two together, and here we are, right? Like this is, wow, this is really, really cool. Yeah. Huh. Amazing.
And you know what? The other component that we had going on right now, I love that V0 gives you like a ping when it's done.
Ah.
It,
Wow.
I mean, it looks kind of mid, but I mean,
It's a first start. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's a V0.
And look at all of the images generated. I didn't give it any of that. And it did all of the
Whoa.
legwork on my behalf. So I think if people want very basic landing pages that look not basic at all, mix 21 Dev with V0 and you'll get something amazing.
That is crazy. So if we were just watching, if you're just tuning in right now, we copied that prompt, that scrolling prompt, and you just like minutes ago just said, build me a simple website using this component and making fashion or editorial based. That's it. No extra descriptions, no multi crazy prompting, going to like some other chat app and just being crazy. You're just like, just cook.
Exactly.
Just cook.
Exactly. And it cooks. And now imagine if I made this prompt a little better and I told it like an Egyptian fashion app, or, like I just gave it a bit more details. It could have done something even better.
That's
So
insane.
very, very powerful. Yeah.
Wow. Like V0 has really, really improved their models. And I think I like this because the previous version of V0, you used to have to select the large model, the medium, or the small. But now you don't have to do that. It's like less, it just knows. And I actually really appreciate that from them. And I think this is a huge leap in V0's capability. And like this, okay, this is a problem right now. This is literally a problem for me and my guests, because there's some of my friends that I'm on Discord with. Y'all know who you are, the 3 comma club people. So we have this term in our Discord for 3 comma club, and it's like we were trying to get to our billionaire status, but right now people are hitting that billionaire in terms of tokens used per month to Claude Code. 1 billion tokens consumed.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That.
Yeah,
I completely believe that.
Yeah, if y'all folks are watching, drop it in the chat, because y'all know who you are, the 3 comma club members. And like this is addicting, because now I have these ideas, but I feel like now I can take my existing apps and then just copy one of these prompts and just throw it in. Now I could even copy it into Cursor as well and just let it go from 21st Dev over to Cursor, and it's just gonna absolutely destroy. What?
Right?
So crazy.
It's amazing.
Wow. So what else we got going on here?
So now we got done with our UI, right? Like we looked at on 21 Dev for cool components. We even cloned something where we just gave it like a Netflix URL. So those are like the different ways that I either clone, honestly, or I look at 21 Dev and make something original of my own.
Yes.
So when we come up with a component and we have a framework of what our website looks like, that's when I move to the next step, which is making those connections. So when I came up with, and let me show you here, let me see if I can toggle, and show you like the first version. Here. Let's try to restore this. So, because you said, that Ray, you like to see how people built it and you kind of want to see the chat and not just the final product.
Yeah.
So this was my first version where I gave it the component, and now this was my second version where I was like, okay, this is the video, and this is the picture. And as you can see here, there was no like from basic to bougie, or I kept on adding that more and more.
Mm,
Um, and then let's just jump to version 5 here.
that's wild.
I love toggling through versions. I cannot tell you how much this helped me,
Let
because sometimes I mess up a version and I'm like, oh my God, I'm
me go
so
back.
sorry. Never let me go back. Um, so this
That's so
here where I
wild.
added, the component to actually upload pictures. And at that
Wow.
point, right, it wasn't even working. Like there was no API connection. This is just like how the app is gonna look like. And then I
Okay.
figured out like this is kind of ugly. So I tried to make it a little better. And now we'll go to the connection part, which I think that's where the sauce is.
Yes.
Um, so yeah. So this is when I made it. If I try this, nothing's gonna work.
Right.
This is just like an image.
Whoa.
Um, yeah. So the first thing that I wanted to do in terms of like the API connection is I did not want to make another API key with Gemini,
Right.
because I'm already in V0. I'd rather just stay in V0, you know? And V0 is by Vercel, and they have this cool new tool called the Vercel AI Gateway. And it is just a complicated way of saying it is one path in order to connect to many things. So instead of making an OpenAI API, a Gemini API, and whatever other tools that exist, I can just route all of that through the Vercel AI gateway. And I don't have to put my credit card in like with a million other companies. So I think for me that helped me out a lot. And now I want to replicate that with every single app that I make, which is going through the Vercel AI gateway to connect to Nano Banana or
Wow.
GPT-5.
So I have it pulled up right here on my screen, and what I see is basically you can select like you just say generate text, and you just tell it model Grok 3, and all you're doing is just calling the function for generate text and just giving it the model, and that's it. And is
Exactly.
there? Oh, and then you install AI SDK slash gateway. Oh, and then you add this gateway function to it. So then you do gateway from this, and then as long as you wrap the model in this provider, which is from AI SDK, that looks like it's going to be the one that's going to give us that information there to for the API key. So then we just set this AI gateway API key in our environment along with the space URL or something like that, and then now we have like access to that. And so what you're saying here is that we basically are now able to leverage Vercel, right, from like a cost standpoint. And then, wait, so the credits are actually baked into the Vercel account if you're paying for them? A $5 monthly
Exactly.
credit? That's amazing. So
Ex-
you already have credits. So that way you don't have to put money into all these API providers. That's
Exactly. And
genius.
it's one place where you can route everything through that. You don't have to. And I was telling you like the story. I was in a hackathon and I was
Yeah.
actually using Nano Banana, and I was connecting directly through Nano Banana. And all of a sudden my credits ran out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my credits ran out. Let me go try to get another API key. That was really annoying, and that's what I learned, like there must be a better way to do this instead of having 15 different API keys. It was really embarrassing.
Wow. That is wild. Like I can't like your video has taught me so much, and we're just unpacking all of this here on this live stream, folks, ladies and gentlemen. So this is this step in the AI gateway connection. You're saying that now you take the app from V0, you've generated the UI, you've done all these different steps, and then now you kind of got some of the layout. Like let's go ahead and use the AI gateway just to make things easier, so that way you don't have this headache again of model provide. Because I don't know about you, like to generate a Google API key took forever, you know. And then like if you
Yeah.
haven't set up billing yet for your Google API key, it's like it's such a pain in the butt to go through the console and make an app and register it, and where does my credit card go? And there's no transparency in the billing. Like it's just it pops you into this like dashboard that feels like you're flying a jet engine, and you're like, I'm just trying to use Nano Banana, bro. Like just
Exactly. Exactly. And for that other app that I was going like the one hopefully I'll show you today, where I'm using Grok and Nano Banana. I was like, okay, this is getting too much. I have Grok, I have Nano Banana, and I have GPT-5. No way am I gonna get 3 API keys. And that's when Vercel AI Gateway, oh my gosh, sent from heaven, whoever did that. Like, good for them.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
I don't want people to be scared. Like, I cannot code, and I say it proudly. I cannot code. Like, don't be scared of the Vercel AI Gateway. Let me
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
See if you can pull
Vercel
that up.
AI. Yeah. I literally all I did was Google. So Nano Banana, and there is a way where you can like copy page. So
Wow.
I found this. I went to Docs,
Okay.
and then I clicked copy page,
Whoa.
and I
Yeah, if
literally
you make it
put
a
that.
little bit bigger just so we can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Command plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in
Nice.
order to
So
make
you
it,
hit copy page up there. Uh-huh.
yeah, I went to image generation just to be a little more specific and not give V0 a million things to read. I went to Docs and I copy page.
Okay.
And I put that in V0 and I was like, using the Vercel AI gateway, I want you to use Gemini 2.5 flash image. And these are the docs. Please follow them closely. One thing, and hopefully someone from V0 is watching, but one thing that I learned with V0, and hopefully that gets fixed soon, is V0 keeps on trying to have you directly connect with the provider. So it keeps on trying to have me connect with Gemini 2.5 flash image, and it's like, where's the API key? Where's the API key? But what I learned is like, you need to be very explicit and be like, do not connect directly to Gemini 2.5. Go through the Vercel AI gateway. And then when you give it that constraints, it listens, and it doesn't keep on asking you for that API key because
Oh,
there's no
wow.
API key.
Nice. That's excellent. That's good advice because other folks will start prompting today and they're going to maybe realize that underneath the hood, it's asking for the, the Google API key. And you're like, I just gave you one from Vercel. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's what I want. Huh.
And you know what? With Vercel, you don't even need an API key. Like, no API key is needed. If I go to my app here, I never provided it any API key.
Whoa. So it's built from your Vercel account. Oh my
Exactly.
God.
That's literally the best thing about it. Is there's no setup, there's no managed permission. You're just one and
Cooking.
done.
You're cooking.
Or cooking. That's it.
Let's
Let me try.
go. This is fire. Okay. Everyone in the chat, y'all need to drop the thumbs up right now. Let thumbs up, the likes or whatever. Drop some comments. If you're vibing with this, like the amount of sauce that's been spilled for free, like coming from Safina's, like there's just been back to back to back. And like, we're just getting started here. How do you take their design? 21st Dev is a huge part of this, right? V0, like the AI gateway to connect your APIs, and you don't have to think about the keys anymore, just the billing all built in, the deployment and stuff like that. This is not a advertisement. This is not a commercial. No one's paying us this bag. We're trying to like ship apps, and it's so freaking amazing that you can get inspired now. Like, I feel like the first level was last year, just being able to talk to AI to make my apps. Like that was a whole breakthrough. And then the next breakthrough here is like the design part of it that like you've discovered and you're just absolutely blowing it away. Like it's blowing away my thinking of like how I should design stuff, This is wow. Yeah.
And look at that. Like, this is an example. Ray, when we first chatted, you told me you liked how I showed like like how I failed and then how I made it better. This
Yes.
is a clear example of the chat or V0 like trying to push for that Gemini API key. I don't want to scroll down because I feel like I was rude with, but this
I
is
mean, we've all been there, right? Like you're just yelling at the AI, like, one more div, come on.
exactly. I'm like, no, do not do that. So just to save that effort and so that you guys don't have high blood pressure, just from the beginning, tell it not to do that, and I promise it's gonna listen. But that's what I learned from the trial and error. And now when I built that other app that hopefully I'm releasing next week,
I love this
it
comment from Daniel. He
immediately.
says,
What
don't
is
lie to
that?
me. You can do it. Oh, man. Yeah. Codex says, good thing with that AI gateway, is going to avoid a lot of people putting their ENV environment keys in a public repo. That's so facts. So
Yes,
facts.
yes,
And then Doggy Dog
exactly.
says, Safina knows what's up. I stopped V0 some time ago, but I feel it's time to try again. I think so for sure. I mean,
Doggy
you know,
dog, do it, and let us know.
yeah, do it and
But
let us
honestly,
know.
and that's the thing. Like, I think Daniel was the one that said it. Again, I'm not a software engineer. A lot of people that are getting into vibe coding are not software engineers. So I do not know what is the proper protocol on where to put my API key and where not to put my API key and what's public and what's private. So in order to avoid all that headache, like have someone else do it for you? Like have the Vercel AI gateway, do that on your behalf. So
That's facts. Facts.
yeah.
Dang. Wow.
What else? Oh my god! With this one, I learned. Oh my gosh, Ray! I learned so much. I wish because even in the video, I couldn't cover everything that I've learned. Oh, one thing with vibe coding, I just don't want to keep showing my chat because I
It's all
don't
good.
know I cannot guarantee what I said to be zero. Um, um, but one thing I learned is when you're vibe coding, and maybe this is something only for V0, maybe you guys have experienced it with other vibe coding apps, is that when it encounters an error, it's gonna tell you like there's a button where you can click and it's like fix now, right? Fix with V0 or fix now or debug now. I learned that from my brother where he was like, why don't you take a moment to try to understand where the issue is? Because sometimes the model is trying to fix the same thing over and over again, but it's doing it completely wrong. I don't want to say that the model is human and it can make error, but the model is AI and it can make an error. So I didn't realize what was happening is I kept on clicking fix with V0, fix with V0. I clicked that maybe like 10 times. And what it was trying to do all of these times was get that API key, which was not needed. But when I took a step and actually read the error that it was trying to get the API key, I think that's when everything made sense. And that's when I told it, like, stop doing that.
I see. That's super smart. Yeah, that like you were able to take the time. So like another lesson learned if you're just kind of like vibe coding is that take the time to like Safina's learned that important lesson. Like learn a little bit of why it's failing, maybe dig through, and you don't have to be like proficient at like reading the code and doing the line by line thing. That will happen over time. So don't feel like you're missing out or just because someone engineer on Twitter says that like vibe coders aren't real people or whatever, like,
Yeah.
that's negative energy and we don't need that in our lives. Like you get whatever you focus on. So if you're focusing on building, being productive, like using these tools like they're meant to be using, and as far as intelligence, you're actually going to see perspectives of the model that maybe other engineers aren't seeing because they're so negative and so focused on their own track. And it's kind of weird because AI is sort of a mirror that way, right? If you focus on negative things and give the negative in, it's going to give that back to you. And so of course it's going to reaffirm those bad traits that you think are, only vibe code specific, right? So and here are like other people who are building with this. And that's why I do this show. And I'm so excited to just have you on because there are other perspectives in how we use AI and think differently. And like even creatively to bring this type of stuff in to prompt it to like do these techniques. And by both of us all kind of coming together, we can cross pollinate and share, what's working, what's not working, what tools you're using. So 21st Dev is definitely like huge in my book. It's like copy and paste. That's crazy for free,
I
right? Like this is you're not
for
paying a
free.
premium on that. Like
I'm not paying. No, I'm so tired of paying. I pay for a
I'm so
lot.
tired.
No, to anyone dev is free unless I don't know, you want to do like something super fancy, go ahead and pay. But to be honest, I'm not paying. I'm just copying prompts here and there, putting them in V0 and it works.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
You
Wow.
know, one other thing I want and let me know if I'm jumping around too much. I'm excited to show everyone all of the things. Um one other thing I'm trying to incorporate more is to add videos in my UI in
Mm.
order not to make it smell like AI. So let me show you this other app that I never released, but hopefully I can release soon. Oh my gosh, I have so many. Um, let me show you here. Okay. Okay, so look at this one. I made so this is like a what's in my fridge app, and if I click on it, you know,
What?
and this is the
Whoa.
thing, like videos, like, fake it till you make it. Videos show that I have this fancy app, and this is literally just a video where I instructed it when someone clicks on the picture, like, when someone clicks on the picture, like, play the video.
That's
And
crazy.
it's incredible. Like, honestly, it's incredible, like, how you can make things look non AI with like simple things. And please don't, no, please, no one hate. This is gonna look better. I'm still working on the
No, people
UI.
are. This is on fire. People like she's
Thank
so
you,
creative. I love
thank
Daniel
you.
Green's comment here. It says Ratatouille AI or Ratatouille.
Oh, Daniel.
That's a good one. He says that's slick. Yeah.
And look at this one. And so this one actually works. It's just the UI is really bad. I need to make it look better. Like, I made so many different apps, but so I was trying. Okay, I have an explanation of this big ugly button. I think I made this app when I first discovered 21 Dev, so I was just excited about all of the different buttons. But yeah,
Wow.
it gives you the ingredients. The next step that I'm gonna make is it gives you a recipe. And I'm gonna have a button for Egyptian recipes because that's where I'm from, and I think Egyptian cuisine is very underrated. It's so good,
Wow.
better than
Wow.
Italian.
Let's
Um,
go. Spicy takes.
hot take. Today's hot take. It is better. But yeah, this one I did it with GPT-5 for image recognition.
Mm.
Um, and this is, yeah. But
Wow.
videos are just incredible, like videos, I think, elevate your website and make it look non-UI and
That's right.
non-AI.
It's fun. It's playful. I think this is the era that we're in. Like Alyssa says, this is very brilliant. Yeah, people are just kind of blown away right now as far as
Thank you.
like, well, I think this is what we need to see. We need to see other designs. We need to see other inspirations. I think because like, quick history lesson is like, back in the day when photographers were coming out, like painters thought they were cooked, right? Like their only way to describe things were for painters to actually paint things. And so painters decided to do something different and they said, we're going to rebel against everything. And what we're going to do is doing what no photographer can do, which is actually paint emotions. So they started to generate these abstract images, the starry eyed stuff, and then made people feel things. And so we're in this era right now that I think you're kind of basically embarking in as a pioneer is like, how can you make people feel things with AI, right? So it doesn't feel AI coded, right? Now that everyone can make these things, we're in this photography parallel. It's like, if you're a person who's creative, you can now make people feel things. You can grab these pieces of video, you can combine these elements. You're like, oh wow, AI can lay this out. So what, can I just throw a video underneath it and kind of do this cool little trick? And that invokes a feeling like that cartoon, the Ratatouille opening it. It's like, there's so many cool different thoughts that you don't have to explain, right? And it's not frosted glass, it's not whatever, it's real.
Right.
And I feel like it's your personality and it really comes out. That's super impressive. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully Remy is gonna go live soon. Once, like, I have last step and then to clean up the UI.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's just, and for this one, also another app that's kind of expensive. But if you guys want to spend money, do it. I got this question a lot, which is like, what is the best video generation?
Mm, yeah.
Again, this is in my opinion. I think VO3 is really, really good,
Mm-hmm.
and Runaway ML is
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really good. So
Got it.
what I
Yeah, I
did to
switched off the
generate,
screen so you can log in, so we don't expose any credentials. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. So runway for generating the uh okay.
Runway, or so, like, for example, let me show you this one. Can you see my screen again?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, what I did in order to generate this is with ChatGPT is my best friend, right?
Yeah.
With ChatGPT, I came up with this image, and I was like, wait, it's gonna look kind of cool instead of having two images to make it into a video. So I gave this image to Runway or Runaway, whatever it's
Oh
called,
yeah.
Runway,
Oh, runway. Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
Runway, and
Yeah.
then I was like, I want the door to close, and it made, and or this one was open, or but
Yeah.
you can give it an image, or I guess Grok
And
does
it's got
that
the
too,
little
but you can.
steam in the background too. That's so cool.
Yeah. And I didn't even tell it to do that, and it did it. I really like Runway, but I think it's pretty. it's a bit expensive
Right.
when it comes to credits and stuff. Um,
But
so
Safina's
that's
is
why
open to sponsors. So Runway, if you're trying to hit her up, I think this is the
please
person to
do.
hit up because you'd be cooking all day.
Like, guys, I'm open to all kinds of sponsor. I'm open to all kinds of credits. Give me as many credits.
Right. This is the way you got to use this apps. I mean, like, wow, I'm blown away.
It's I love it. I love it. And there's so many different apps now. There's 11 labs. You can make different sounds and songs with it. So hopefully that's gonna be my next thing. Should I
Wow.
show the not X right now
Yeah,
or?
let's just do a quick preview. So if you've, ladies, I'll tee it up a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it this far, Safina's has a special treat for us, and it's related to the X platform. And I think you're going to be blown away a little bit of how much she's been able to basically cook with this in V0 using some of these techniques that we are describing. And when I say it's like hooked up to live data, you're going to also be blown away by that whole thing too. So, I mean, without further ado, before we get into that, make sure you hit the like, the thumbs up, the subscribes. If you haven't had a chance to go connect with her on X, the most underrated account right now, I think under 2,000 followers, right? Like, you just, her handles is right there, SAFINAZELHADRY. Go and connect ASAP because you don't want to miss these next drops. She's just going to keep dropping gem after gem after gem. And y'all need to stay locked in on this because this is a lot of sauce. So let me go ahead and see if I can punch into your screen here to show folks what you're cooking with. This is called Not X.
Not X. If Elon's watching, this is not X, so don't sue us.
Don't sue.
But please don't sue. I'm just a girl. Um, so I copied. Let me show you. I think I need to refresh. Unfortunately,
Okay.
um, let's refresh it.
Yeah.
I had 2 instances open, or I had maybe 4 instances open.
Yikes.
So yeah, let me try to
That's so
explain.
hilarious.
There it is. Okay,
Uh,
so and this is open here. Okay, can you guys still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had an idea of I love TikTok, right? And when I moved to SF, I found that I'm completely behind and everyone uses Twitter or X. So I wanted to join the cool kid club, and all of the tech people. And I was like, oh, I have to switch to X. I switched to X and I was like, this is so much scrolling. Like, get to the point. I want to know what the hype is. I want to know what's happening. So I had this idea of like, what if we can bottle all of the hype and everything that's happening in like a short AI generated video? And because it's going to take me so long to explain myself, I was like, okay, let me just clone the X UI, to get my vision through. And I'm going to use two things. I'm going to use Grok in order to analyze live what's happening in Twitter or X. And then I'm going to use VO3 to generate the video. Now, this website, if I put it live, and I put it on Twitter, it's gonna make me broke because VO3 is very expensive. But so this is what it looks like, me and Elon and Sam all together hanging out, and then this is Grok Buzz, which is what I'm imagining. So when you click on Grok Buzz, and also please excuse any ugly UI. This is a work in progress. So if I click on sports, and I have it already brought up here because I'm doing two things. I'm connecting it with Grok first to analyze all of the live tweets that are happening that are
Crazy.
related to sports globally.
Wow.
And once it takes that and then puts it into VO3. So it creates its own prompt. So, and I promise you guys the UI will look better because obviously I don't want to have all of this here. But it analyzed everything that happened today. And if someone's interested in sports, this will make more sense to you than it does to me. Something with NASCAR and stuff like that. And then the cool part, which I'm still working on, I want to have it do more than that, like generate little videos, like to sum up everything that's happening. So I gave this example to the Ray, like imagine Spain was playing against Portugal, and then Portugal won, you would have Ronaldo coming up there and saying like we won 5-3, and Yamin Yamal in the back
Oh,
crying, for example.
wow.
You know, just to summarize everything that's happening, and then another video of Alcaraz winning and Sinner having a breakdown. So this is the,
Wow.
I need to work on the prompt. But Ray, I really think when it comes to vibe coding, once you figure out how to do the API connections, and once you figure out how to put a good UI together, in my opinion, the key and the secret is in prompting. Like that's where the sauce is. Everything else is doable, but the prompting is just, I think, is make or break.
That's amazing. Yeah, because you like at that point now have graduated. So if someone is kind of getting started right now, and maybe they're a little bit confused because they're so used to coding with AI or telling Claude Code to do these things, what's like the first thing that they should kind of do to take some action here to kind of move into a better direction, right? Like how do they go from flat design to like a better, like getting a better design sense, I guess you can say.
I really, really think, and I hate that I keep on saying 21 Dev as if we're sponsored by them. There are so many other apps. I just cannot remember anyone at the top of my head. But there's so many apps like 21 Dev. I would say that's what because it's a work in progress for me to even become better at spotting good UI. But scroll and see as much as possible and see which one hits. Like which one do you feel like, oh, I love this component, or like for example, look at this one. This is pretty cool. I love this robot, like this interactive robot.
That's crazy. That's from 21st Dev, right on the
That's
homepage.
exactly. Imagine taking this and putting it in your landing page, and someone's gonna think like you just paid someone thousands and thousands of dollars to make your website look cool. No, Ray, we're in a bubble. Not everyone knows about vibe coding
Right.
yet. The
Right.
keyword is there. So
That's
if you come up with
crazy.
something like that, it looks amazing. No, there. Honestly, I wish we can like follow up and put it in the chat somewhere once I give them like a list of other apps like 21st Dev.
Right.
But just scroll as much as like see as much as possible, and then start copying prompt, changing it up a little bit. You don't have to have something verbatim.
Hmm.
You don't like this and you want to change it into something else, like a robot that's a
Right.
girl
Yeah.
instead of a robot that's a guy, have it wear a dress. Try that, just keep
Yeah.
on trying.
Wow. Yeah, and like the fact that it's like a 3D interactivity thing. I mean, you have the prompt now. You can just change a lot of parameters. Instead of robot, you can do a cute dog. How do you get a dog design? And going back to what your brother said, it's like understand what's in the prompt. Like go start digging through the prompt. How was it formed? What's the code in there? What makes the robot the robot? Like, can I just hire someone to build out a dog version of this? Or can I prompt my way in with a video? Like, there's a lot of different techniques we can use here, right? That I feel like they're totally doable. Yeah, because imagine if you had like a dog site, right? Where you're doing some type of dog care and then you're
Yeah,
moving the mouse and the dog's head's following around and you're selling whatever it is,
that is
and
really cool. Someone needs to do that. Someone in the chat needs to do that.
yeah, there's like infinite possibilities, it's like, but you have to put on your little creative hat and kind of start to see this stuff. And yeah, this is so crazy. So yeah, you have basically with V0, with the AI gateway, you're able to hook up. I'm just going to show my screen real quick.
Yes.
So this is like the AI gateway, and just by getting started with the model providers, you can just tell it to say I want to use XAI Grok, and when you have the model here, you would basically just change it out by importing specifically this thing called the gateway. And so once you import this gateway here, you just put this as a little function call, and then that's it. Like no API key you have to worry about to check it into the environment variables that's already built into Vercel. And so that way you can just start prompting away and then change the model out if you want to do VO3 or whatever model you want to use for like Nano Banana and stuff like that. And pretty much you're all the way in. And so that basically starts to unlock that power. Like so originally with this V0 app, this is kind of, what she built out. Like you can scroll down, it uses the new Nano Banana. Like these little cards and things were probably taken from, what do you call that? 21st Dev, right? This,
Yes. All
wow.
like, oh yeah, these components are I was like, and this one, this is actually a video, a video
This,
from Sora.
that's
So
crazy.
it gives the illusion that when you scroll or when you move your mouse, but it's
Yeah.
actually a video. I was like, I know that Nano Banana takes a while to generate an image, and I don't want people to like get bored of like, "Ugh, when is it generating?" So at least they
Oh.
have, you know.
Oh, that's cool. That's amazing. Holy smokes. Yeah, and then the UI is just super clean. And then the fonts and everything. Is that something that you had to prompt separately to get all these fonts kind of the same, or how did you kind of figure that out?
Absolutely not. Like all I had to do when, because V0, just like everything else, hallucinates a little bit, and I was like,
Hmm.
let's make it cohesive. You know, let's get back together and make it cohesive.
They want me to upload my picture in an outfit.
Ah, I've never, you know what? I've never tried it with a man. So let's get creative.
I don't know. Let's see if I could have a profile shot. Let's see profile. I don't know if I have a
J35, you're
headshot.
putting me under the spotlight.
Yeah, let's see if I could find one. Yeah, Ray headshot. I don't know if it would work though, you know? Let's see if this one. I don't think I have like a shirt. I just have a head.
Oh,
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's gonna work because it needs to copy your same pose and everything. I
Oh, I
actually,
see. I see.
let
Yeah.
me see if I can
I
pull it
have
up.
some
But
example
I feel like-
images.
yeah,
Let's see. My sample images, I have this. So,
try it. What's
and
the
then
worst that can happen?
I don't think I have an outfit. Let's see, where can I find an outfit?
You know what? Let's go to Dolce and Gabbana, Ray. This is the budget that we
How do
have
you
to
spell that? D-O. It's not even in my
DOLC.
history. Dolce and Gabbana.
Yeah.
Oops. The one, or wait, hold on.
Oh,
What? I just took a suggestion or something like that. I feel like, or should I do Dolce and Gabbana popular men's shirts? Popular men
or most expensive men's shirt out there. Let's
uh expense. Yeah, was. I don't even know how to spell. Somebody give me fashion forward here. These are ugly.
well, aren't they all right?
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh, I need to get dripped out, and all these shirts are ugly as hell.
Honestly, one of them is gonna bring you to Miami. This there was like a gold black one. That reminds me of Miami. If someone from
Right?
Miami is watching, my Miami people.
Oh, Sagrado. No, 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 no. I want from the legit D&G store here. Men's shirts and polos. Okay. How much did they charge? $415 for a cotton shirt, bro? Made in China. I'm good off that. This polo is kind of cute. Okay. How about this one? We have to do this. We have to do this one. Like, look at this. Bro, what is this? What is this? Oh my, this is not hood. This is not. Oh my god, this is so San Francisco though, right? Like, bruh, bruh. All right,
I just can't imagine the tech bros wearing that, but go
oh
off.
my goodness. Yeah, let's do this
Maybe
right here.
give it the picture of the guy wearing it,
Oh, got it. Yeah, good idea.
just to show that it's transparent.
Oh, that's
I
ridiculous.
really hope this works. Oh my god, I'm sweating.
I'm
Never tried a
sweating.
man before.
Oh my god, this is wild.
If it puts
Let's.
me in a dress, like, I'm sorry, it's not my fault.
That'd be funny. Let's see. This is our image. Let's go. Upload. All right. What's his transform? All right, let's cook, fam. Creating your transformation. I don't know. What do you think is gonna happen, chat? Like, just go ahead and put it in the chat. Oh, Matrix expired poncho. Oh gosh. Oh, let's see. Creating your
I also
transformation.
made one with Princess Diana's revenge dress.
Oh,
Yes.
what? Yo, this is. Yo, Chad, this is so great. I can't right now. Your app cooks. This is V0. Oh my goodness. Can I? Wow. Save image to downloads. That's a banger. That's a break. Do you lift, bro? Do you? Y'all playing too much right now. Y'all. Oh my god, bro. Everyone's dying right now. This is amazing. That's actually legit. See, like this is the power. This is you would if you release this as an iOS app, this would just say, no way. Safina's cooked, bro. You deserve a baklava.
Can I actually? I do deserve a book.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. What? Like it has a little clear. Oh wow. It's even got like my
You know,
shoulders. Damn, bro. This is
this makes me so happy that it worked with a man because I haven't tested. Maybe that's shortage on my end. I should have tested with a man and a woman. I'm so happy.
that's how much is this shirt? Let's see. $2,345 for a shirt that's made in China. Come on. No
Look at
way.
that. And now you have it, and no one can say otherwise.
Yeah, there's no more gatekeeping anymore. Like I can't
You know
like
what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing next? Which I joked around about it in my video, and I just didn't think someone's gonna take it seriously. But at the end of my video, I said that you should have a Birkin,
oh
and I'm gonna make an app just so every single person can have a Birkin in their picture. So this is where
oh my god. That's
we're
so
gonna do it.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. So basically in one shot, you saved me $2,345 because you basically dripped me out with this
You
D&G
know?
shirt that's on this man that looks like a low-key Sam Altman, right? Like and in no time we went from like my straight up like beach environment and stuff to straight up like high fashion. I just came back from the beach and I'm still kind of rugged and it kept my face. This is insane. This is absolutely crazy. Like, and I'm in Hawaii, so like of all places, you're not going to just be showing up like this up in Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like that's
That's an interesting choice, though. Like for the fact that you chose this shirt out of all of the other shirts, right? I love that for you.
yeah, no, this is me. This is my spirit animal. I feel like I'm just kind of this like low key. Like I'm not trying to show that I'm expensive, but this kind of shows I'm expensive, I guess, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, you know
Right.
that meme that says there will be signs, when I'm rich or something like that, or when
Yep.
I'm rich there will be signs or something. Like I feel like this, it's like this and the little papers that you get when you tear open an iPhone box and you just leave those little papers on the floor.
Mhm. I love that.
Oh my
What was it? Ray
gosh,
Altman. Yep, Ray Altman,
yeah.
2025.
Oh wow. Okay, so now I got more ideas to improve my prompts because like yeah, I have my little app. Basically, I think it's called the Drip Me Out. So
Oh,
yeah, so this is like one I was trying to vibe code and I forked it from basically his Mickey or Michael and he now works
mhm.
at Vercel and you can upload an image and it'll transform it basically. And so it will basically just take a part of the image and just turn it into like a 2D anime style. And so anyone who like it'll just take an element like this guy's glasses and it just added these little things to it. So, but you can see like I'm getting the same issue you're seeing with the inconsistency because it's not always
Right.
gonna sometimes they'll do it and like this guy like it wrapped him around the ocean and understood he was by the ocean and some part of it was animated and other part was not. And so
Mhm.
let's see if we can kind of go back here. But it's yeah. So I gotta figure out your prompting technique and see if I can add some more stuff to it because that'd be really cool. It's like with this dog at the
Yeah,
beach, it's kind of cute.
love
Yeah.
that. You gotta send me that URL. I wanna just keep on testing it out. But constraints, right? I think constraints is the key.
And then what I want to do is change this from the Google API to over. I want to use this new model provider you're telling me about. So this is going to be the AI gateway from Vercel, and that way I just have my like I don't have to think about it. That's just so much better. Dang.
Exactly. Exactly. That's honestly,
Wow.
I think for me that was my biggest takeaway from this project. Is first like prompt engineering and how important it is, and
Yeah,
also the Vercel AI gateway.
that's right.
It was a game changer for me, honestly, and it saved me so much time. And
Wow.
I don't run out of credits because I just can look at my V0 credits. Am I good or not? I don't have to keep on going, oh, Grok, is it good? Is it not?
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we absolutely destroyed this entire session. We went from like beach attire to being able to like wear this Dolce and Gabbana like $2,000 plus shirt, put it on me. I got to see and try it out. And we learned the importance of prompt engineering, how do you can prompt the Google model to be reliable. And it's funny because Safina's, tested it primarily with women, but it also works with men too. And that just shows you the power of like, she doesn't have a software engineering background. She, her daily job is an industrial engineer. And so vibe coding has kind of now become this like side project hobby thing. And she could be very well on her way to making her first money on the internet based off of just that app alone. But not only that app, but the other apps and designs. So pulling in 21st Dev is a huge part of just scrolling components and different things and learning to describe them and prompt them. So we got to see all these different things. And if you're watching, make sure to check in later on after the stream is done. I'm going to do some processing and we'll have timestamps in the video going back. So make sure you hit that little thumbs up as well. And if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and follow Safina's, because there is just so much hype. And then there's also the release of that, that Grok app, or what do you call it? Like a X, whatever the
Not
news.
X.
Oh, not X.
Not X. So, we don't get sued. Yes.
Yeah, don't sue me, bro. Yeah, we're gonna have the not X app, and that's gonna be dropping because it's gonna give some summaries and stuff. And yeah, go ahead and definitely check out Safina's. She's blown my mind on like the prompting part, the coding part, the debugging through the different things, and just kind of working your way through. And I feel like she's on the cusp of this thing of no longer making our stuff feel like it's just AI generated, but bringing out that feeling and that emotion. And so if you're not getting that yet, even in the first go arounds, don't get discouraged. Keep trying, because every single day you're going to see something new that inspires you, right? You're going to consume something, you're going to go to a place that you really like, and then you're just going to keep exercising that muscle, because just because you don't get it today or tomorrow doesn't mean that you can't get it tomorrow, the next day, or and so forth. So you're going to keep learning as you go. Your eyes are now awakening. You're watching this video for a reason, because now you've realized that like there's so much potential in prompting and changing these types of techniques and pulling in these design pieces, and the sky's the limit here. This is so wild. Wow. I feel like this is a great part one of this series here, and we went through some of the prompting, some of the design decisions, and we could do a further deep dive. So if anyone wants to know a little bit more, drop some stuff in the comments. Let us know what you want to see next. What you want us to go into detail. Have you tried coding with Nano Banana? Where are you getting stuck? What prompting techniques are you using? That type of stuff. And I'd also like to invite you into my Discord, Safina, so that you can be a featured guest, because I feel like a lot of people would want to, reach out and also kind of get in contact. But where else can they also get in contact with you as well?
I think Twitter is the best place, honestly. So Twitter is where you can find me.
Awesome.
LinkedIn, we keep that for the 9 to 5. But
Yeah. So Fal, any image generations, any sponsorships, make sure you reach out to Safina's, or if you reach out to me, I'll forward it on, because this girl needs to be sponsored, because she will be cooking with your stuff like nonstop and showing the world how creative that you can be to build with AI. And we need more people who build like that from you. And I really appreciate you taking this time to come on the show and be a featured guest, because I think you really crushed it here. It's just absolutely crazy.
Thank you. Honestly, this was so much fun. I don't find a lot of community that likes to vibe code. They're either like hardcore software engineer, oh, I don't know what they're talking about, it's out of my league, or people that don't really care about that stuff. So to find the community that cares about vibe coding and we're all talking the same language is a blessing. That's amazing. So thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Yeah, it's so cool. So definitely connect with her, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna definitely get you back on the show. I mean, there's just so much improvements that have already happened with V0, and you're gonna keep cooking with these. And I feel like whenever there's a new drop in V0 or something, I got to get you back on the show, and we got to like play and hang out and just start vibing, even just coming up with some new vibes. And whenever you launch that new app, let me know. And I want to play with it live and get my audience on that. Cause I think that's just good. Yeah.
My next goal is to do something with 11 Labs, or I think they call it Sonnet or Soon, something like that, which
Suno,
is
right? The music one?
Suno.
Yeah.
Yes. I really want to do something with that. So as soon as I do that, I'll let you know, because I think that's like I've done image generation, I've done video generation, I've done analysis with Grok. So I just want to see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, so let's just kind of wrap up and give some shout outs to folks who are currently in the live stream. We have Andrea saying hello. How's it going?
My friends from Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Miami 305.
Miami. Hey, dale, let's go. So good. Yes, thank you so much. Vibe culture is a real culture for sure. You should receive a check for Fal for music models. Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah, that'd be so fire if they can get you some music access as well. Miami in the building. That's so crazy. I hear Twitter is free. LOL. What's Twitter? It's all about X now, right? Oh man, yeah. I followed Safina's. Thank you, Ray, for the amazing content. Oh, it's so great, man. This is so cool. Alberto also in the chat. Ray will be trying out expensive outfits offline. J35, don't be telling about my expensive habits here.
I feel like we almost need to end with a screenshot of that.
Oh my god, that's
you
just it's so ridiculous. I mean, this was an absolute banger stream, and yeah, for those who don't know, I mean, we got Miami in the house, we got some folks over in Europe. I don't know if they're waking up or sleeping, or it's 2 a.m. or something over there. I'm over here in Hawaii in the middle of the Pacific, so we got like all kinds of places covered, you know, across the world, worldwide. And there's videos also going to be available for streaming on demand on YouTube. So if you haven't had a chance to go ahead, check that out. And you know, the processing is going to happen with my app, Ray Transcribes. And then I'll pop in the timestamps below, and that'll be really fun to kind of go back so that you can go back and reference it. There are going to be some really good stopping points in the app, so you can take a look at what she was doing in the prompting wise. You know, the resources are also going to be available, 21st Dev, you know, Nano Banana, V0, and then any other stuff. And then if she gets any referral links, you know, from talking to these people, I'll drop them in below so that they can do that. Also, I'll drop in your handle. I think your handle's there currently right now for one of the viral posts that showed up. So yeah, go ahead and check those things out over there. I always forget. It's like, what direction am I pointing? It's like there. Yeah. So yeah, go. Yeah. Right. All right, folks. Yeah. Thank you, Safinaz, for being an amazing guest. And I'm so excited to see your next creations, because you're totally on fire and just taking this world by storm. Yeah. So she says she's the Cleopatra of vibe coding. Let's go.
Thank you. Wow.
Fashion AI to do like, oh, that could be interesting. I didn't think about that.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, you know, I think that is, yeah, I think for sure. Yeah.
Well cooked here. Oh my God.
Yeah. Cool. So much good things. The vibes are only good here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see more like this, I always appreciate the comments. When you share this with more people and who have a similar vibe, we just draw more people into the community. So definitely share this out. If you know other communities that you're in, share those in those communities, because I feel like this just has continued to grow since last year. I just started streaming. More people keep showing up. We're on the same vibe. You know, we don't have time to deal with negativity, because there's only time to build. We only have time to like build, share good design, have good taste, have expensive taste, like we did with my expensive t-shirts now, you know? So if I pull up on stream tomorrow with this D&G shirt, I'm just going to go to the store and just go pick it up real quick. So wait, hold up. That shirt is more expensive than my $2,000 iPhone with 2 terabytes on the whole thing. So that shirt is like, can I get a new iPhone or get a new shirt?
It's an investment, you know.
It's an investment for the streams, for sure.
Maybe we'll get sponsored by Dolce & Gabbana.
Hey, let's go. That's what's up. So yeah, Safi is the best for sure. Now I appreciate everyone who's yeah, for sure. Awesome. Yeah. All right, folks, let's go ahead and kind of get cooking. And if you haven't had a chance, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the V2. This version 2 stream is about to be fire. So make sure you stay locked in. We're going to definitely be posting on X about it. And this is absolutely amazing. So Safinaz, thank you so much for blowing up the stream and probably making it our most popular stream so far.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. This was a pleasure, honestly. I really had fun.
Cool. All right, y'all. We'll catch you later. Bye.